here, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the mother too. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere.
Thank you for tuning to the Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland. Really appreciate the love. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. So, you know what we do here. Black love, black relationships, black wealth, black solutions, all black everything. So, today, back with my girl, Miss Ali, breaking it down what's going on with these young ladies today. So, let's see what she has to say. And, of course, you know I'm going to jump in and out with some different things that I have to say about the situation as well. So, let's go.
Many of our young girls can't boil water, can't boil an egg, can't do anything. And they think that's cute because we don't have mothers in the community anymore as much teaching how to cook. We buy everything out. We don't know what we eat. Snails, raccoons, squirrels. We don't know how to identify meat.
Now we don't know how to identify meat. What would you say?
And our anger. Many of our men have left us to go to women of other nationalities because they feel like they can get along with them better. It's not because they're better women, but they haven't suffered the same kind of traumas that we have from childhood growing up, what we saw, what we did, and all of the things we had to go through. And so their mood is better. They ain't mad all the time like us. You know, we be uptight. We have unrealistic expectations, you know, and the unrealistic expectations has been our downfall.
Well, you know, we could talk about issues with black men and black women all day. But what I'm going to say is, just to talk about the root issue of all this, I can remember my mother, she was raised by her, you know, her father, her mother. Well, her father was in and out, but he was pretty much there. She knew who he was. He'd come around. But she was raised by her father, her mother, and her grandmother. You know, that's how the family dynamic was back then. So you didn't just get the morals and values. You got a lot of the morals and values from your mother, but you also got a lot of morals and values from your grandmother because your grandmother was still there. Like, I remember I was young. My great-grandma, grandma, my mother. Like, I had all three at one point in time. You know what I mean? So I feel like when crack hit the community, it broke down the family dynamic pretty much because of the crack. And, you know, and once you got the crack, then you got, you know, households falling apart under devastation, crackheads doing crackhead shit. You know, it was just a bad time. And then you had a lot of young ladies having children with these bum ass niggas or these wannabe drug dealer ass niggas in and out of jail. So it just caused the whole, I would say, between the late 80s and the 90s during the crack epidemic, oh man, it was a lot of breaking down of their households. And I can remember it coming to, and I think in the 2000s is when people started talking about babies raising babies. Like, it's these young ass kids out here having kids at 15, 16. You know what I mean? And you're raising this kid. Your mama's only 30, maybe 35 or something. So it's like, it's babies raising babies. So I think, so then with that being said, you have women wanting to be more of a friend to their daughters than a mother to their daughters because they're so close in age. Shit, they doing the same shit damn near. You know what I mean? Like when she get 18, her mama is what? Might be 30 something. They both going to the club. You know what I mean? Because the mom hasn't grown up yet. She feel like, oh, now you 18, now I can really kick it. When it was like, yo, what? Like, so it's definitely a messed up mentality, but I don't blame it all on just women and just black men and women. Not, you know, there's a lot to do with the systematic oppression in our community. So, you know.
We have made up ideas about what a relationship and a husband or a man is supposed to be like. You know, we don't mind having a man as long as he don't act like a man, you know. We could be with him, but if we start coming up in that trying to give some instructions to say how he wants things and what we supposed to do, oh, we go get everybody then. Oh, no, you trying to tell me what to do. Somebody need to tell us what to do. It's obvious we don't know what to do. You know, everywhere I go, people say that final thing. You know, we just need to come together. You know, yeah, we just need to get in unity. Well, most of us can't get in unity with the people we live with the people we've been with all our life. We can't get in unity with them. So that can't be the total goal. We're going to have forced unity. See, not getting along is a luxury. Being able to disagree, break up, make up, and all of that, that's a luxury. But there will come a time based on things that we all need to survive, and where we gonna need a man, where we gonna get past a whole lot of what we got going now. It's just gonna fade away. Like Trump said, it's gonna poof, it'll disappear, you know? It's not gonna be there. But for right now, the man's role would be to protect and provide. Now, when we say provide, that don't mean buy you every kind of weave you want that costs $800 or $900. It don't mean buy you every kind of Gucci and Fendi and Louis Vuitton. That ain't what provide means. He's going to provide direction and guidance, love, affection, discipline for our children, and help with all of those kind of things. Provide ideas. See, one of our problems as black women is that we ain't got nothing to do. You know, other than work for white people, we don't have too much to do. You know, I go to the church, and many of us treat the people at the church and the minister like we should be treating our man at home. So, you know, we have it all mixed up. So those are some of the things that the man needs to do. He needs to not let women let us get away with things, because the moment we get away with sneaking a line, oh, we really open it up and do that a lot more because we think we've got him tricked. And that's one of the reasons that so many black women were angry with me for putting out the Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman, because our man needed a heads up. And even with that, it's hard for them. But they just have certain information they don't have about us that keeps them confused and makes them reject us and go to someplace else. He's outside looking for peace of mind.
All right. Well, let me just be clear, though. The reason why she got so much backlash on that book was because I believe in that book she says somewhere in there that sometimes a woman needs a slap in the mouth. And that didn't go over too well with a lot of women, especially black women.
Yeah, because we're not that familiar with peace. We're just familiar with getting dressed up and putting on eyelashes and, you know, maybe even going to school. More of us are graduating from college. More of us are getting PhDs. You know, we got good credit cards. We got a whole lot of things, cars, but it hasn't made us happy. We're still sitting around talking about why we don't have companionship, which is the ultimate goal. It don't have to be marriage. It can just be some good companionship, you know, because we're alone. Yeah. So with our women, one of the first things we need to deal with is nutrition. Women historically have been assigned that duty and have accepted that role because food, as I said, is what sustains life. And eating the proper food, we can decide how long our men and our women live, and our children. That's just what we feed them. And so eating out every day, while it's convenient, because we giving our all of our energy to the white people on the job. So when we come home, we tired. So it's easier to pick up McDonald's or some other kind of junk and bring it home and feed it to our children until our children get so accustomed to eating it that they don't even want good food. They don't want vegetables. That's who we have been adjust to ourselves. And so we can set a better example. And just cooking. I talk about cooking all the time. I don't know how so many of us have missed that. Cooking food and invite somebody over for dinner. You have somebody at least for some company sometimes, because most of our men are lined up every evening somewhere to buy some kind of filthy, greasy food because they don't have nothing to eat. I talked to a young brother the other day. He told me he don't even know no women that cook. Start with his mother. Yeah, you ain't surprised at that. In fact, many of our women don't cook, and they go around saying they think it's something to be proud of. I don't cook. They brag on it. Many of our young girls can't boil water, can't boil an egg, can't do anything, and they think that's cute because we don't have mothers in the community anymore as much teaching how to cook. We buy everything out. We don't know what we eat. Snails, raccoons, squirrels. We don't know how to identify meat. And so we, as women, our role needs to be satisfied with less. Stop trying to keep up with everybody else.